So for this week's Erin It Out, we are going to do a compilation of a bunch of crazy, crazy stories you will not believe are actually true of things that have really happened in my time in this office. Let's start with the time there was a cow on the loose in town. There was a guy who was trying to butcher a cow in his garage on Allen Street, and the cow got away. First off, why is there a cow on your property on Allen Street? And somehow the cow went from Allen Street all the way over to the west end of town to the Shuttle Meadow Reservoir side and was lost on water department property for weeks on end. We would only later find out that apparently the cow was in the guy's garage because the butcher was closed, so he had to keep the cow in his garage for the weekend till the butcher opened the following week. Meanwhile, the cow is on the loose, and we had a full blown manhunt to try to capture the cow. I'm talking news was there on scene every day. We had teams of people, cattle farmers from all over the state of Connecticut that were in here trying to trap and capture the cow. We ended up partnering with an organization through our animal welfare commission called Farm Sanctuary. The people from Farm Sanctuary came and actually ended up helping trap the cow. They named him Finn. He has a name now. And Finn the cow was caught, brought to Farm Sanctuary, where he lives a luxurious life now in the pastures with his friends. Because of that, we got a visit from the Animal Welfare League of the state of Connecticut to proclaim me and my chief of staff animal champions of the state for trying to save the cow. How about the time that I was sitting in my office one day and all of a sudden I hear every cop car or emergency siren in the entire city start going by my office, only to find out that there was a guy who was the CEO of a chief financial credit union, had a supposed bomb strapped to his chest in the parking lot of a chief financial credit union on West Main Street, which turned into the craziest story ever that turned into a Dateline episode because his home in Bristol was broken into. There was burglars who strapped a bomb or a makeshift bomb to this guy's chest, told him that he was to go get money from all of the different banks that he was the CEO of, only to find out that the bomb was not real and these people took off and were found somewhere in the Midwest. Time there was a guy who came into the front of the mayor's office. He was absolutely drunk out of his mind, claiming that he was my cousin and that he was there to save me from the aliens that were trying to abduct me. And as staff was asking him to leave, he started getting really out of control in the hallway, yelling, screaming, going nuts. He decided to himself in the middle of the hallway outside of the mayor's office. Was literally running down his leg and trailing him as he was going through the hallway, walking to the elevator. I happen to be coming off the stairwell, see this happening, see the trail of and literally followed him, chasing after him, chased him out of City Hall into the middle of West Main Street, screaming at him because he's all over the floor. Not my cousin. I can assure you, not my cousin. I feel like there was a lot of true crime-ish kind of stuff that happened. There was the time that we found the severed leg on Shuttle Meadow Golf Course. And then there was also the time that we discovered decades-old multiple skeletons that were buried behind Subway on Hartford Road. They were 20-plus year cold cases. Yep, those things happened too. How about the time that there was a woman who came into the front of the mayor's office? She was irate about, I don't even remember about what, and this was before we had the COVID glass, which now you walk into the office, there's a vestibule that stops you so you can't come directly in, but for majority of our time there, you could just walk right in and there was this front counter. She walks up to the front counter, she was screaming at one of my staff members. He was trying to get her to calm down, trying to help her. She leans over the counter, grabs a pair of scissors that were on the desk, and tries to stab my staff member. Yeah, she ended up in jail. Ooh, and how about the time that the infamous Al Mayo accosted me at Walnut Hill Park in front of 200 plus kids and tried to attack me and kick me because He was campaigning to a bunch of children at Camp Total Wreck during the mayor's pencil hunt event, and I told him to get out because they couldn't vote for him anyways. And that ended up in a court battle where he ended up going to jail because he couldn't stop challenging or confronting the judge during the trial. Not all of it was true crime related, though. I mean, we had the train derailment that happened on Columbus Boulevard. A massive freight train tipped over and dumped tens of thousands of pounds of garbage onto Columbus Boulevard, but literally the thing tipped over. That, thank God, nobody was driving at that moment, and it was during rush hour. It was at like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The entire thing tipped over, took down all of the brick walls. There was so much debris everywhere. I remember absolutely losing my on Cherry Hill Construction, who it was all their debris. I remember yelling at them at like 9 o'clock at night in the police department traffic division, that big mobile unit that we have. I was so pissed that they weren't taking responsibility for it. They eventually did and cleaned it up, but that was a sight to be seen. And, after all of these things happen, it's like lessons learned, some things you just can never prepare for. That is one of the reasons why I have loved this job so much, is because as crazy as all of these things sound, every day you wake up, you come to work, and you have no idea what type of fresh hell is going to await you when you walk into this building. And I will definitely miss that. But a lot of these stories, they're good ones. They have certainly made my time here very memorable. So, and with each event and with each crazy situation that we had to deal with, lots of lessons learned and lots of unique skill sets gained to what I think prepare me for anything in the future.